Have you ever looked at that little 5G icon on your phone and just wondered what is actually going on in there? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the engine that's driving our super fast connections. It's called 5G New Radio, or NR for short, and we're going to break down exactly how it all works.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the basics. What even is 5G NR? Then we'll look at its core architecture and follow the path your data takes. After that, we'll dive into the really cool technologies that make it all possible and wrap up with the real-world benefits we all get to experience.
All right, first things first, what exactly are we talking about when we say 5G NR? Let's get a nice, simple definition on the table.
So here's the most important thing to get. 5G NR isn't just some marketing buzzword. It's the official global rulebook that all our devices and networks agree to follow. You can think of it as the universal language that lets your phone talk to a 5G tower, making sure it works the exact same way whether you're in New York or New Delhi.
Okay, so now that we know what it is, let's pop the hood and see how it's all put together. How is a 5G network actually built? Turns out it's a lot more flexible than you might think.
So networks basically have two main ways to get to 5G. The first is what we call non-standalone. It's kind of like adding a turbocharger to the existing 4G highway. You get a great speed boost fast. But the other way is standalone, and that's about building a brand new multi-lane superhighway from the ground up. This is the path that unlocks all of 5G's most incredible features, like those near-instant response time.
You know, every single 5G connection, no matter what, boils down to three key players. First, there's your device, your phone, your tablet, that's called the user equipment. Then there's the base station it talks to, which has the cool name G-Node B. And finally, you've got the 5G core, which is basically the super smart brain of the whole operation, managing everything behind the scenes.
5G NR is also really clever about how it uses the airwaves. It operates in two main frequency ranges. You can think of the first one, FR1, as the reliable workhorse. It gives you that broad, consistent coverage pretty much everywhere. But then you've got FR2, or millimeter wave. That's the race car. It offers just mind-blowing speeds, but only over short distances. It's absolutely perfect for places like stadiums or super busy city blocks.
So we've got this structure down, but what's happening from moment to moment? Let's actually trace the journey your data takes from the instant you hit send or start streaming on a 5G network.
Believe it or not, this whole journey happens in a fraction of a second. It all starts when an app on your phone creates some data. That data then gets error-proofed with special codes so it doesn't get corrupted. Next, it's converted into a radio signal, and then, and this is key, it gets split across thousands of tiny subcarriers to make it super efficient. Finally, beamforming aims that signal right at its destination, where the whole process gets reversed instantly. It's this incredibly complex, high-speed dance.
Now, this whole amazing process is only possible because of some seriously impressive new tech. Let's zoom in on a few of the superstars that really give 5G its incredible power.
First up is massive MIMO. And yeah, it is exactly what it sounds like. We're talking about a massive number of tiny antennas, sometimes hundreds of them, all packed into a single base station. This lets one tower have hundreds of separate, crystal-clear conversations with different devices at the exact same time. It's like upgrading from a single megaphone shouting at a crowd to giving every single person their own private phone line. It just dramatically boosts capacity.
Next, we have beamforming. This is so cool. Instead of an old cell tower that just blasts its signal out everywhere, kind of like a light bulb, beamforming acts like a smart spotlight. It creates a focused beam of data that it aims directly at your device. This means you get a much stronger, more stable connection, and it causes way less interference for everyone else around you.
And then there's network slicing. Honestly, this one is a true game changer. It lets a provider take one single physical network and digitally slice it up into multiple independent virtual networks. So on the very same hardware, you can have one slice that's a super fast lane just for 8K video streaming, a second ultra-reliable slice for things like self-driving cars where you can't have any errors, and maybe a third low-power slice for simple smart city sensors. It's the ultimate in network customization. Okay, so we've looked at the architecture, the data process, and all the cool tech. But so what? What does this all actually mean for us in our daily lives? Let's bring it all home and look at the real payoff. 1 millisecond. That is the potential delay or latency on a 5G network. It is so fast, it's practically real time. And this isn't just about faster movie downloads. This is the kind of responsiveness that makes truly futuristic things, like remote robotic surgery and perfectly synchronized self-driving cars, actually possible.
And then, of course, there's the raw speed.
We're not just talking about a little bump up from 4G here. We're talking about a potential 20-fold leap in peak data rates. I mean, that's the difference between waiting a few minutes for a big download and having it finish in just a couple of seconds.
So you see, 5G's real power comes from combining all of these things. It's faster, it's way more responsive, it's more reliable, and it can connect a ridiculous number of devices all at once. It's a complete overhaul of our wireless foundation, one that's really built for the future.
And this incredible flexibility is really designed to serve three totally different kinds of needs. You've got your high-speed broadband for our phones and for streaming. You've got that ultra-reliable, low-latency communication for mission-critical jobs. And you have massive connectivity for the billions of sensors that are going to power our smart cities. It's one network built to handle everything. At the end of the day, 5G NR is so much more than just a faster internet connection on your phone. It's a powerful, flexible platform for invention. The speed, the responsiveness, and the sheer scale of it open up possibilities that we are only just beginning to dream of. Which really just leaves us with one exciting question. What are we going to build with it next?